Cool, looks good. Minus my green screen. Whatever. Alright, so let's do this real quick. Had a chat going yesterday, and there was a feature request. Oh, hold on a second. I already have that in here. I forgot I did that. Let's test and see if it gives the desired functionality. Because if that's the case, that's awesome. That takes that off my plate. Mail. Hold on. It doesn't do that. Because that should be... I'm using this texture. Oh, unless... Hold on. Hey, Nick. I'm gonna bust out the Ghost Shader. Hold on. Where'd that go? Why don't I have the option to back out of this? Oh, there we go. Trying to fix the Ghost Shader real quick. I think we actually already have the functionality minus the skin lerps for the humans. Yep. Because yeah, it's using the new skin. It's using the new grayscale for the body, where I have it using this in the shader graph, which in theory works because I already had the saturation in here. Oh, that was not what I wanted it to do. So technically, if I bring saturation to that, and then if I grab like one of the other human let's see. So yeah, that does work. So yeah, there's already a saturation filter here. But I need to give it actual functionality because you can obviously under-saturate it or oversaturate it. So let's fix that. And actually... slider. It goes from 0 to 1. So yeah, now it can either be saturated or yeah, it's on a 0 to 1, 100% scale. And then the color, if you're using the saturation, the colors will end up being multiplied by whatever that is. I'm trying to think how I can I don't know how the human's LERP system is. Okay, we have skins. Okay, so I should, in theory, be able to get this working then. Hey Paytas, don't think I've been to one of your streams yet. Love this project, very excited for the playtest. Well, welcome Brown Butcher. Glad you're excited and glad you're here on the stream. Okay, so let me think how I want to do this. When I want to deselect that. Alright. Gonna not let me move stuff around inside the comment box. There we go, Unity. That wasn't hard. So I think what I'm gonna do. Nordan with 9 months. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Carefree Imp. How? Oh. Yep. You're a bot. Later. Hey John, how's it going? God, I hate how annoying they make this banning process. There we go. Alright. So Nick, if you're there still, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in. I'm gonna leave it set up so that it's going to work the way it has been, where this is desaturating the texture by default. I am, however, going to add in the functionality if it is using like a human skin and you wanted that specific one to have color, like we were talking about yesterday, or some of the color information. I'm gonna make a new texture. We'll call this skin lerp. And then or no, I don't want to copy that. I want a sample gradients. No, I don't want time. Hold on. I'm using a sample gradient somewhere, aren't I? Maybe not in this one. Hold on. Am I using the right node? To be able to convert. Let's just make this one of these human skins for now. I need to turn this into a gradient. Oh, no. I need to turn this into a texture before I can turn this into a gradient. There we go. There was a way to do this in Unity. Hold on. I may have to look this up real quick. That's not what I want. That's not what I want either. What's the name of this node?
Hello, and yes.
Oop, that's not what I want. Alright, I may have to do this off stream. Because I can't do this as easily as I can in Unreal. Unless I, you know... Making history today. Hey, Cindercroft. Damn it. Because there, in Unreal, I can drop a texture into a gradient sample and it works fine. And make, no. Yeah, that's not what I want. Alright, so I'm just going to leave this here. I know I need this one node. Basically, I just need this one node that I can plug. I need to be able to plug this into here, and then it should be fine. And then you would just increase the saturation and plug something into here. And by default, I'll just make this white so that it's not adding any color to it. It's just the color that it already is. Yeah, because I can't think of what the name of it would be. Yeah, I'll have to do some research off stream. Otherwise, you guys are gonna be staring at me reading. So we'll do that we'll do that later. But we're almost there. Okay, so what I had done, Sean and I had a talk over the weekend about what we want to get done for the playtest, which if you guys haven't heard, is... Hold on, let me bring up the announcement. So that I'm making sure I'm being consistent with dates, is going to be April 28th and 29th, which is a Friday and a Saturday. The times have not yet been posted, but the sessions will run for 4 hours each day, so 8 hours in total. And we may run them longer if things go smoothly. We'll see. Fingers crossed. But the main portion, or the main point of these, the stress test itself, is going to be server stability. So, you know, we're trying to see how the tech holds up under loads. And currently, now granted, if every check mark actually comes and plays, we're up to 534 people that are interested. So that should be a nice stress test on the zones that we have. Hey Chaz, how's it going? Oh, you didn't know it was posted, Nordan? But can we test on Macs or Linux machines? Currently it is only Windows machines. But yeah, if anybody has not seen it, if you go to our Discord, there is, under the general channels, there is a M&M playlist information, and there's a whole rundown. I'm not going to read everything. Trust me, you don't want to watch me read out loud. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of the plan so far for the open test, or the first open stress test. And then, you know, we'll be using the results of that to kind of determine how we want to approach other tests in the future, and hopefully improve stability and all that fun stuff. But we were talking about some stuff over the weekend, and made the decision that we want to limit some of the areas to cut down on the amount of, and I could have sworn I fixed this earlier. Just saw that. Cut down on the number of total buildings there are in this space. So we moved this wall out and got rid of the couple buildings that were just roughly boxed in. There wasn't anything really going on yet. It was just kind of a general, like, these are where the buildings will be type of thing. And then I expanded as I moved it over. I did it's not by any means done. It's super rough, but it just kind of give a general idea. Expanded out this little encounter area where we'll have, like, probably undead or ghosts, skeletons, something along those lines in here. And I rose the edge of it up to prevent players from, you know, dropping down with ghouls and ghosts and all that fun stuff chasing them. Granted, they can still do that over here, I guess. But there are guards and stuff kind of walking around down in this area, so it's a little less hazardous to the entire city. And then Sean's been populating this area, and there's guards now over here. So when you eventually get to that, this area will be an outdoor encounter space. And it'll be expanded upon, too. And like I said, it's super rough. Like, you can't even get inside these little places. I kind of want to do some, like, maybe some tunnels and stuff linking them up. But we're going to do that. We are going to officially close off this under portion for now. We talked about potentially moving this wall up to just get rid of this whole area, but I think what we're going to try first is have buildings going through here, and then make this area look more like it's under construction, like the city is still being built up. So maybe some like scaffolding and stuff like that over here. So that's kind of the plan. Yesterday I spent my lunch going through and adding lighting to the areas that we don't have lighting, like super rough lighting. But unfortunately, I think I overloaded the amount of real-time lights that we can have in the scene. So I'm gonna, besides the ghost shader, which I wasn't quite able to fix yet, I wanted to do another pass. I did it on my other computer. I didn't transfer it over because it's so broken. Like, everything just flashes. I want to do another attempt at it. And just go with even less in terms of how much I'm putting in here. So, that is the plan. Where are these lights? I think these are the blue lights. Yes, these are the blue lights. So those can go in the template. Was there any others? I think that was it. And then this thing can go away. It's not even being used. Okay, so let's, at a minimum, start this off by just expanding the large lights. I'm going to attempt to do this in a way that I'm not overlapping a ton, but that they're still covering a large area. I think I had a couple of these larger ones that were overlapping, but I think I just overloaded the amount of lights. Put some lights in here for now. With the reduced range. And again, this is not going to be the final lighting. We are more than likely, just based off of what I saw yesterday, going to need to bake more lighting in specifically Night Harbor, than I think we originally were intending to. We were trying to rely on less light maps in here, but the city's so large that even using like light triggers like we are in Wormsbane, hey Durgoth, we will run into issues. So like if I had a light volume where like the lights toggle on when we come in here, which will work for like the smaller lighting, but if they're only toggling on when I'm in visual range of them here, the problem is going to end up when you're like, let's say, you know, over here, where I can see large portions of the city. This area would just be dark. Same thing, you know, like over here. So any of the more elevated, like, scenic areas, you know, like here. I guess this blocks that now. So that wouldn't be as big of an issue. Although I kind of don't want it blocking it that much. I do want to keep this little, like, pillar thing. This needs to be shaped better anyways, but I'm just doing this so that I remember later that I want to open the view up to at least kind of see the ziggurat. Actually, just grab this face. Push it forward for now. That's not quite looking great. Wait, we'll just do it like that for now. And use that as a temporary fix. Because that is not how this will eventually end up being. Cool. So yeah, there's going to be areas where we're definitely seeing more of the city than would be in the light volume. And at that point, like, if you go to, like, a scenic area, so let's say up here, where I can clearly see, like, large portion of the city over there, all over here, all right there, that issue is going to come back, and I don't even have shadows turned on yet. So if we're having that problem without shadows, adding shadows is just going to make it worse. So I have a feeling we're going to have to... We'll do a strategic baking of lights, but I have a feeling we're going to be baking more of them than we initially thought. Just because line of sights and stuff like that are going to... there's just so much you can see from certain vantage points. Hold on. Where is my Twitch window? Hey, MMOPug. Howdy y'all. Been really enjoying you sharing your process and seeing the city come together the past year or so. Looking great so far. Thank you. Let's see. Quinn Quixana? I apologize. It's a ritual. When you join the stream and first talk, that I get to butcher your name. So welcome to the stream. Just make it perpetually daytime. There's no fun in it always being daytime, because then you don't get the creepy darkness. All right, so let's continue with our lights. And again, I'm not doing a super... I had lights in all of these rooms. I don't think I'm gonna do that again right now. I just want to make sure I can get all of the main city and the main interior portions with lights first. Because just want to be able to at least be able to move around and see a little bit, because it gets pretty dark in certain areas of the city as we currently have it. And as you can see, I'm not super caring about where, like, oop, that is really high up. Let's do this. Let's grab all these, because these are going to be probably too high. Because I moved this one up further for that. And I forgot to drop these down. So bring this down a little bit. And again, I'm not, like, super worried about these being, like, accurate, believable lighting right now. I'm just worried about, like, can you see if you don't have a torch? That's kind of the idea right now. And I'll throw one inside the bank. Kind of want to throw one outside the bank too, just so that it has a little bit of a visual highlight as you're running by it. Probably should put a sign on that too. One there. And I'm just going to put a little... I had ones on the ends. Actually, putting them over here is probably not going to be that big of a deal because there's not a ton of stuff going on over here. Those are purely, so like as it gets dark, you just have like little visuals of like where the zone ends. I had ones at the gates of all of these and at the houses. I'm going to leave those for now until we get the kind of street pass done. And I'm not going to worry about light colors. I was changing the colors over here because eventually we've discussed this area would be lit more by like these right now kind of pinkish magenta like crystals. But for now, I'm just again worried about getting some light. I'll worry about color later. I don't want to sit here and play with that and then it just do the same thing again and we waste more time. Did someone say light? Alright, I'm not too worried about getting into this area because there's not much players can do over there yet. Nope. Let's save here and check and make sure we're not overloading any of this stuff yet. Hey Justin, how's it going? And the server's taking a minute to let me in. There we go. Okay. Is anybody else in here? Don't know who that is. Set PM, but I am going to turn the lights off on them. Alright, so this is good. I'm not seeing the lights turning on and off like we were. So we'll continue to add some lights to some areas. This light could probably be moved more over here, I would think. Yeah, those are working as intended. Let's see how this is looking from over here. Better. Yeah, I had lights kind of along here just to make the walls and stuff look a little bit nicer, but and again, those were bleh, I can speak. It was still super rough, but it did look, it made it look nicer, but not when it was not doing that. That's another thing I wanted to take care of later. It's very bumpy stairs. I think I mentioned this in my last stream, that I need to go through and try to replace the collisions for all the stairs so that it just feels much smoother. Hey Stoic, how you doing? Alright, so that is better. Have you considered using chat GDP for or GPT? I don't know why I always, instead of saying P, I always say D. I don't know why. But technically it has written one script that's in the game that I made it generate. The rotational script that I use to make things spin, I had it write a simple one for me. It's definitely not anything that's like super crazy advanced, but for someone who doesn't know C#, it was helpful. Where did my... I have lights here. Where are they? Oh, they're below the ground. I was wondering why they looked weird in the world. I forgot to raise them up. That was really dumb of me. It's like, why is this such a strangely lit... Or why does this look so weird? It's because they're under the ground. I think all of these lights are off right now. So I'm just going to put one big one kind of in front of him. Then this one we want it over here. And then this one I will add the color to. It's code. Star hex code. Let's tighten this range up so it's not overlapping everything else. All right. Hey, Zukin. Shh, don't clip that. It'll come for your revenue. Oh, just jump. Come from revenue when you take over the MMO market. for the one spinning object that it created. Okay, so let's move that. Try to add one more in here just to even out the lighting just a pinch, because there was a dark spot there, but it will be a sacrificial light if it causes me grief. Alright, so we need a light in front of here. What's the little black thing on my shoulder? There's a little black thing on my shoulder? Oh, that? Hold on. This is a light to try to even out my green screen, which it is doing a terrible job of. And apparently my XSplit, which I use for the green screen software, is not taking it out of the background like it normally does. Yeah. Occasionally I'll forget to turn. I have a light on. I have a light behind my green screen because the way my room is set up, it's really bizarre. Like, this is not the room to use as a studio for streaming by any means, but it's the room I have, so. But the sometimes I'll forget and I'll leave the light on, and then I'm like, I realize I'm like backlit halfway through stream, and that can also cause those things to jump forward. So I don't know why it's doing it today. All right, so let's. We'll do syringe on this one. Yeah, I'm just really worried about the streets right now, and I'm not gonna worry about the interiors. And we'll see how far we can push this before I might need to start, at least for now, adding triggers, but that is not the solution we're going to want to use for the entirety of this city. Because like I said, we'll end up running into issues with line of sight where you get to a nice area where you can see like a decent expanse of the city, and then it'll just have large areas that look like they're having a power outage. Oop, actually, I got a light over here already. I do need to eventually add some buildings over here and tighten that up a little bit. Okay, so let's take a look at this, and then we'll start moving down towards the docks. I don't want to do the entirety of this and then be back at square one where I was this morning. Not sure if I'll publish the Night Harbor blog or coffee blog at the moment. Squarespace has me over a barrel at $25 a month. Yikes. That is a lot for a blog. Not that it's a ton, but like it's more than I pay for some of my subscription software. I think that's more than I pay for my website. Should remember I just did the annual payment like 2 months ago, something like that. But I do not. Check up this way, and then we'll head back to the western districts. So far, so good. No flickering. But, I mean, there's definitely darker areas. I had this little bit. This area had some more color to it. Should probably put one over here. Like, this being the brightest spot over here is probably not not the best lighting choice. Oh, it's the sphere of influence popping the mobs in. I'm like, why did those lights? I'm like, I don't remember putting lights there. The Red Mantle Guards have the lights. These lights. So annoying. Like I had that area looking decent before. That needs to get moved down just slightly. This probably could use a light. As well. Or maybe just moving the light. I wanted to have that sign lit. Let's just walk around these other areas. some of these areas will get extra treatments after we do the docks. Like where I want more light. Like this stuff back here, most of it's still super boxy and not anything really going on. So I'm not going to worry about putting lights there. Maybe I'll put one over here. But yeah, some of those spots that I want to be the visual, like to catch the player's eye, are not, because they're being backlit by things. Okay, so let's fix this over here, because this definitely was backlighting this whole area. I'll save in a minute or two. But when I hop into the game, I have to save before I go in. So I will wait a moment to do that because I've only moved like 4 things. Dude, mine doesn't have the save voice. I have the stuff set up, but Streamlabs, like all the things that tell you how to do it on Streamlabs, tell you to do it this one particular way, and every time I go to those settings, it doesn't exist. Like I don't have the option to actually upload the audio for the trigger. So until I eventually sit down and take the time to convert over to OBS for streaming, which I've been meaning to do for a while now and just haven't. I don't have all the fancy sounds that Zukin has the ability to do. Do you have to pay for Streamlabs? No. I mean, you can. There's like, there's definitely like premium, or what is it called? Ultra. That lets you like stream to multiple platforms at once and stuff like that, but I do not stream to multiple platforms, so we just upload our VODs to YouTube. So I think Zukin, didn't you whatchamacallit, stream on Facebook once and said you weren't as big of a fan? Or not Facebook, YouTube. And said you weren't digging it. I have 12K paid as bucks that need to be spent or interrupting you with EQ guess arounds. That's what the points are there for. getting nervous making some of these areas a little bit tighter with lighting. Like, don't want to overload it. Let's see if we can get away with... I want to put these little light... I had lights in these little towers. And they looked nice, like, as you ran around. Although the range on this does not need to be that big. EQ guesser, give me 1 second to finish my thought, and I will start a round. Oop, hold on. Might be a second longer. I have a base that's jumping its... or where it's supposed to be. Is it just the 2 of those that I wanted? 1, 2... Oh, no, there's one more. There is one more. Like, I thought there was 3 of these that I did. I will say, there is one thing I do like about Unity sliding. I love these little, like, stands. Unreal doesn't have that. It's so nice, because you can kind of, like, see where it is on the ground. But other than that... Unity's lighting leaves things to be desired. Okay. EQ guesser... before I cover up all of that. Alright, let's go. Play 5 rounds. Start guessing. Let's see. Guessing preeminently Kara Isle Tavern. Greater Fadark? No, that's 2. So that's not the camp I was thinking. I mean, I guess it could be. But no, that's not the orc, is it? No. Lesser Fadark? Oh. That might be a good call. Though I don't see a 2-tent space. Butcher block? Feels too dark overall for butcher blocks lighting, but it could be. Let's take a look. I mean, that could be mountain in the background. Some of this stuff is really hard to see, which makes me think G-Fay, but yeah, the only 2-tent cluster is here and here, and there's definitely not Kaladim's entrance. Yes, EQ Guesser, it's so good. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun addition to the stream too. I found out about this, or I just found out about this project, so great. Playing TAKP right now. I still need to try that one out. I haven't played on any of the EMU servers in a while. Gonna blow this up on my monitor a sec. Could it be at night? I mean, it could be at night. But could it be someplace in Dagnors? Am I seeing water? No, it couldn't be. Dagnors is not as grassy either. Alright, I want to just guess that, but I know it's wrong. Because I think, if I remember correctly, Orc Hill has the more rounded, like, pelt-based one. Is it in, like, maybe Wraith Mountains or something? Do you have any clusters of 2 in here? No. Maybe? But I'm not saying, like, there maybe is a mountain in the background. Yeah, I think it's, you think it's too many trees? I don't know. It's the two tents that's throwing me off. Because I don't even see a marking for 2 on here. This is a big, Pixies. Is that zone wall behind it? That could be. That could very well be a mountain or something way off in the distance. It's definitely got the pixelation in the background for the sky. I don't know why they pixelate or like remove the sky from these, but problem is we've discovered that the compass, unless it's been fixed in the since my last stream, is broken. So you can't rely on the compass for cardinal directions. Yeah, it's right when it wants to be. I think the zone wall right there is not loading an EQ guesser properly. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Tox Forest. We can take a look. Honestly, Tox is one of the ones that I rarely ever go to. Can I even remember where the hell Tox Forest is? May as well take... There's no river over here. Unless it's on the other side of this. Is this it? We can take a look at Niculus. Ugh, I have no... Alright, I'm just gonna do Greater Fate Arc and take the L. Because I have no idea where this is. It was Lesser Fate Arc! God damn it! Although that map does not match. That's what's just throwing me off. It was the Dark Elf camp. Who said the Dark Elf camp? Stoic. Good call. Should have listened. Clearly we're on Kunark. In an area I'm not familiar with. The Big Bone is making me feel like Carnors. Maybe? Howling Stones. If it's Howling Stones, I don't know, because I don't think I ever finished my Howling Stones key. Or I finished... It might have been one of the ones I just finished to finish a long time ago, and I may have zoned in once. I've only been in the new version once as well. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's not Carnors. If it's Carnors, it would be a place in Carnors that I've never seen before. Howling Stones, where are you? There we are. No. Select Howling Stones, there we go. Well, at least it's a very, like, uniquely shaped room. Dalnir? Dalnir. Crypto Dalnir. Crypto Dalnir. Oh. I don't even know if I knew this was a zone. To be completely honest. I don't think I'm not, like, recalling this even being a zone. Yeah, it's right here. Good call, Zukin. Worst ranger ever. I think I had very specific zones I went to. We are in Gorb. Let's take a look. If it is Gorb, it's not. Gorb is one of the places I don't even know if I ever went in. That looks like a zone line. I guess this could be that, so I'd be like right here. I can't tell if that goes that direction though. There's nothing blocking that though. Just right of one. The water is what's throwing me off. I don't see water here. I don't know. This is definitely a zone like I said, if I was ever in it, I was only in it once or twice, and I don't have any memory of it. It's invisible water. It's where the trolls live, yes. And the trolls did not like my half-elf, thus I was not in here very often. I think I might have been in here once when the Froglogs owned it. When I made my Froglock, and then proceeded to run out of the city, and then that was it. The guards are good XP. This is going to be wrong, but I'm just going to guess here. Holy crap. That was only a guess because it was the largest, like, space that had multiple things coming off of it. Like, this did, but, wow, that was a good guess. That was a hard one. One, considering I just don't know it, but the map itself wasn't very helpful. We are in fear, I believe. I'm not crazy. This is fear, right? Oh, fear rot. You know what? You're right. You're right. I'm like, I don't see, like, fire in the background. Like, this is crazy. Fear rot. Now, where in this image? Yeah, so yeah, I'm right here. Lizard people right there. Yeah, the Tau. Or Teu. I don't know. Don't ask the dyslexic environment artist to be the one who's in charge of pronunciations. Okay, we got a wizard spire. Tall trees. And a log. Yeah, I was thinking neck as well. Yeah, they almost kind of look like mushrooms, but not really. They're like... It's almost like upside down trees. It's like the roots are in the air. The treetops look old. Nick doesn't have spires. Oh, you're right, it doesn't. I'm thinking POK book. There is a POK book there. Where else are there spires that have... Because it's not G-Fei. G-Fei has spires. Is it Tox? You think it feels Kunarchy? Like Trachodon? Trachodon's teeth, though, doesn't have spires. Or no. Yeah, it's Emerald Jungle that has the spires. I don't think this looks like Emerald Jungle, though. There's too many pine trees. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tox. And I think this is where the spires are. Yep. Okay. I was on the other side. Whatever. Not my best game. Not my worst, but not my best. Alright. Let's get back into some lighting. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Okay. I want to run around real quick. No, actually, let's just do this. Let's bring some of these lights this way. Excuse me. Alright. Before I get too crazy, I want to check this before we get too insane in this area, because there is a lot of, like, courtyards and junctions and stuff in here. And it's gonna take its time to... I just control Z'd, so it's gonna take a second. Oh, or not. Okay, cool. Ooh, excuse me. I should not be yawning. It's only 1 o'clock. Gray boxing is just when you're working on the geo and the layout. Very frequently, you have, you know, some kind of gridded out texture on here, which is, again, why it's kind of referred to that. But you can be throwing textures on there. It's just way easier when you're making constant adjustments to be able to see the grid. So you know spatially what everything is. Because it's in 3D, it's super easy when you don't have like something to tell you how large or small something is to model it, and then go and look and be like, oh, that is way too small or way too large. I remember one point, and I always stress it to students to like, one of the first things I'll do is I'll, you know, figure out the relative space of like a room, or a hallway or something so that I can have it to scale and then move out from there. And I remember one student years and years and years and years ago, built this like spaceship interior, like a block out in Unreal. Oh, we got another EQ guesser. We'll have to go to that in a second. And did all these corridors and stuff like that and didn't test it like I told him to. And then started, started playing, and the cockpit, which was supposed to be, fairly large, was like the size of a closet, and he was stuck in the collision and like ended up having to rescale everything, which is more of a pain in the butt with BSP than it is with some other stuff. But don't let me forget the EQ guesser, Durgoth. But I've also had students that were like building a small room like the size of your living room, and then they go into it and it's like the size of the Coliseum, and you're just like, whoa, that's a little out of scale. Slash time set 8 p.m. Sorry, this stream's going to be a lot of me running back and forth between different areas to make sure nothing is flickering. Because the flickering that we had was doing it from certain angles, but not others. So as we keep loading stuff up, I'm going to make sure I'm moving around to make sure that it's not like a globally induced issue. There needs to be another light or something over here. This is really dark. And then we're going to have weird issues like this with the light bleed, because this is the green that's coming from the other spot without shadows on. We're going to end up having some of that for a little bit. Yeah, it's the light from over there. So far, so good, though. Could be worse. Although this probably they need to probably move that light over so it's hitting this space. So that just isn't quite what I wanted that to do. That looks better. The scene. And then back to EQ loader. I almost forgot. Almost forgot. We are in Guck. The question is, which room are we in Guck? I feel like that's a fake wall. not the room I was thinking of. So that would be over here. Fake wall. That chair is floating. Right? I'm not crazy. Like, the perspective on that is completely not correct. Or it's floating in the air. Because, like, draw the line for the floor, for the table. These are further in, so it's like pushed under the table. But it is above the table and not overlapping the table. That is bizarre. I've never noticed that. It's magic. It's the magic floating chair. Is there a magic floating chair somewhere in Guck that I'm just not aware of? It would have to be on the live side or an upper Guck, because I know lower Guck really well. I like the dead side of lower Guck pretty well. Live side I don't do much on. Because they're friendly. They like my they liked my my half elf, so I wasn't mean to them. Not that I haven't killed like the Froglaw King and stuff like that occasionally, but this is more of like an upper or dead side. Like that was not what I wanted to do. The dead side is more, you know, structurally done. Live side's more kind of like cavernous. Let's look at upper Guck. Could be wrong. That might not be a secret wall. That could just be. I'm used to that being a secret wall in Guck, and it might not be. Or it could be right here. Because this comes in. It goes across and loops back. Let's give it a try. Oh! Got it! And a 5,000. Where was this? Legendary Ghoul. Okay, so this is Ghoulbane. From the Frog Shin Lord. I need to, or let's see, hold on. It's conference room. I need to re-download the repo, so I'm not at. Are you still at the 168 gigs? Where am I? Oh yeah, I knew you were gonna do it before the stream. I assumed you did it like after the stream ended. Just delete, download, go crash, let it download overnight. Oh. These markings and stuff make me feel like it's a goblin-related area. Soul A? Very possible that it is one of the souls. Ooh. Spiral stairs and Soul A. I wish I remembered where those were. Because I did not camp Soul A that much, to be honest. Most of the time I was running through Soul A to get to Soul B. And I'm not seeing an obvious spiral staircase. Counterclockwise. I guess we're right here. There we go. It's just off. Number 13. Is that what I clicked on? I didn't actually look at what number I clicked on. I'd have to go back. Is this Runny Eye? I feel like this green usually is Runny Eye. Knolls? It could be. I guess it could be Blackborough. I'm gonna look at Runny Eye first, but Blackborough will be the second one we'll look at. Runny Eye. Okay, I'm in a... Octagon... There's a curve in water. Oh, come on, I hate when it does that. Yes, I'm still listening. I don't see a spot that's definitely it. Let's take a look at Blackborough. I don't see a spot here either that's like, that's it. I still feel like it's Runny Eye. There's like a gradual change in how it is built as you go deep. Starts out dirt cave and ends fairly nicely constructed stone underground. Yeah, I remember liking that. There was another zone though. Oh, excuse me. That I didn't do much grouping in. I think most of the time that I was in Runny Eye, would be like I'd have to run to the Valley of King Zorb or whatever. So I'd be like, run in, run through, and then I was out. But I really do feel like this is Runny Eye. I just don't know where. Looking for a turn. And I guess it could be like something like this, but this is more of a, again, kind of an octagon shaped room. And that's the problem. Some of these maps are like nicely like hand drawn, and then others are like very like angular where they actually are angular. I'm just gonna guess here and see what we do. Oh, it's pretty close. That was that the area I was just drawing on too? Damn it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Vishan's Peak? Maybe? I feel like this is Vishan's Peak. I can't remember what the symbol is. Because again, I've mentioned this before. I rated the revamped Vishan's Peak once. Yeah, I rated the revamp one time. This isn't looking like any. I ran around the new version doing like collections a couple weeks back, but I'm not recognizing this space. Like I remember there's a big area kind of like this, but there was like fire pots and like braziers in the middle. And this is clearly one room. Where on earth am I? And we've already done this room. I remember that room. And I don't know. I don't remember, honestly, if the old version has, but these were like treasure troves on the new one. Anybody have any guess? Dragon Acropolis? I guess it could be Dragon Acropolis. Let's take a look. Hold on. Is this the... Hold on. Is this where you turn in the key? Are you turning your necklace to get the key? Just from the inside, like where the dragon is? Hold on. If that's the case, it's right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys are right. Yeah, it was. It put it further ahead. It should actually be inside this building, not out in front. So that's a badly placed actual location flag. Oh, this is Mistmore. This is the where the cloak drops. I'm completely forgetting the name of the cloak. Hold on. I just clicked on Unrest, didn't I? Yes, I did. Castle Mistmore. Boom. Cloaked Dumpfire? Yeah. But got that one. I think I tried camping that on one of the TLPs, if I remember correctly. I don't think I ever got it, though. That's a fairly respectable score. Okay. Back to lighting. Whoops, as I cover you guys up with the EQ Guesser. That was not what I wanted to do. There we go. These are the ones that I'm going to start to shrink a little bit. Again, I get worried about I'm just getting too many of them in here. Because again, I'm trying to just light like all of these little courtyard spaces. So they aren't like completely dark. But because the dock area has a lot of courtyards and like intersections and stuff, I end up having to drop more of them. So I think that was where I ran into trouble yesterday. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in an empty parent. So if I need to thin some out, I know where... Because we're good throughout the rest of the city. So if I need to thin some out, I know which ones are kind of in that area. That's the point of that. Bring the range down again, so that I'm not having them all overlap. So I definitely did have an overlap visual bug as well. There was specifically in the docks, there was flickering, but there was also the like pixelated shadows, which just means too many lights overlapping a certain spot. Because again, I just did this really quickly. I wasn't counting how many I had, but I did have larger lights, so I have a feeling that was part of my issue. And these are way, way too high. Gotta make sure you're adjusting for elevation. Is this linking up yet? Okay, it is. So let's bring this closer to here to bring more attention to it. Try to do this again. I had one in there. before I get too much further, I'm going to be doing a lot of jumping in and out, so I want to find that point before I cause the issues again. Come on, let me in. So we're looking for flashing lights. Not seeing any. I'm also looking for, again, like I said, pixelation. Kind of floating in the sky. Where's too many lights are overlapping each other. Which I'm not seeing, which is good. I feel like I could use a light right here. Yeah, definitely needs the light inside here. So we have the fire up there just now. No lights. Yeah, so that'll throw that one light in there. Being a class area, it's probably a good idea to have. Is the music from the game? Yes, yeah. All the music that I play during my streams, for the most part, unless I decide I want to listen to like EQ music or Final Fantasy or something like that, is our music that Robert has written for us. This is currently the Night Harbor atmospheric track. So it's like there's the Night Harbor track, and then there's this it's about 20, it's a little under 22 minutes long. It'll play, I believe the way it's set up is it will play the Night Harbor track when you're in the Night Harbor scene, and then this atmospheric one, it'll transition into it for a bit, and then it'll transition back. And I think it actually is supposed to do that in multiple zones around Night Harbor. So You'll hear the zones track, and then you'll hear this kind of ambience that kind of is a multiple little like micro compositions that kind of all blend in and out of each other. And I believe there's actually little parts of the Night Harbor theme in the atmospheric one too. Yeah, it's really I really like this track. I really like, and I really like Glass Flats. Our the theme track I really like as well. I mean, I like a lot of them, but these I'm kind of pointing out the ones that probably are my favorite. Wormsbane is really good. So, but yeah, if you guys want, I should probably make a button for this. That's a link to the playlist. You love lighting in Wormsbane? Yeah, told you, Zukin. It's a little larger than I remember it being, the 27 gigs, but yeah, it will slim down the overall size of the project real quick. For anybody who doesn't know, I don't know. I was watching your stream, Suki, and I don't remember if you mentioned it or not during it, but what me and Zukin are talking about is the GitHub repository. Oh, there is a light in here. Hold on. Oh, it's a small one. Let's delete that one for now. So GitHub, as you're pulling and pushing, like, it ends up bloating up as things change. It like leaves the old versions of stuff in the files, even though they're not being used anymore. So I try to like reclone the project every couple weeks, because the file size can get quite large. Where the actual like project file is only like Usugi was just saying, apparently right now it's 27 gigs. The actual project, like when you guys will download the client, is only like 1 gig. It's like a gig. It's like 1.2 gigs right now, I think, is what the current scale is, or size is. But our like working project file is much larger. But I have a feeling, and I don't know this for a fact, you'd want to talk to Ali, but like as it bakes, I have a feeling it is excluding any like unused textures and all sorts of other stuff that we have in the project that isn't needed in the client right now. So it ends up being smaller. And if I can, I'm gonna try to light the main room. But let's light it. Let's do this. Let's light it as a spotlight. we'll just leave it like that. Okay, so that should be good. Do you feel like these stairs would benefit from some lighting? Although, we're going to tighten up the range on this one. And then we did want a light over here. A little nervous that I'm going to overload this area, but I can always take a couple out if needed. Yeah, see, things like this, where it was going up and stuff, I was trying to, like, nicely light all the different tiers. I mean, not nicely, but I was, like, real quickly just, like, dropping more in here, and I think that was part of the problem. So, I'm trying to be a little bit more conservative. Like I said, event... Oops, I'm doubling lights in that area. There will more than likely be some baked lighting in the city, just because the city's so large. I don't... Especially if we want to do shadows, which I'm assuming we do. We will have a lot of problems if everything's real time. Considering there's a cap of like 8 lights. For HDRP at a time. And we'll hit that fairly soon. Oh, was that? That wasn't like that yesterday, was it? Am I crazy? I could have sworn I lit all the way down it. That must have been a new update that Simon pushed yesterday, or in his update from yesterday, last night. That's the word I was looking for. Last night. Jesus. English is hard. Oh shit, I think I just double select that, or is there just one there? No, I had both of them selected. That would have been bad had I had 2 of them selected and I just duplicate and move stuff around, because every light that I put down would have been 2 lights, which would have not gone well. I'm not gonna do anything fancy with the lights here, but let's at least have them lit. We can do something fancy later once these are textured. my goodness. Save that. And we'll take a test. Look, the garrison will be another area that could potentially run into problems. Oh, good time for calling the save, because that's what I'm doing right now. Great minds think alike. All right, let's hop back in. So is everybody excited for the open stress test? Get to try everything out for hopefully at least 8 hours. Well, hopefully everything goes smoothly and there's a decent amount of uptime for everybody to check stuff out. Obviously, you know, you guys can see what everything looks like, so we're still very early for anybody who's newer to the project. But there definitely is a game. I mean, you definitely get there is an experience to be had already. There's just a lot of in development art and stuff going on. Okay, the lights look kind of weird that high up. We'll make an adjustment there. A stock homie. Fix the stair collisions all over the place. That's looking better. This light looks bizarre over there. Maybe I'll move it a little bit over the... Maybe I'll move it more here-ish. Yeah, that looks kind of funky. Right there. But I'm not... the good news is I'm not seeing a strobe light show at this point, which I was definitely seeing before. Hi, upgrade your stream. Hi, or thank you, but you are leaving the chat. I'm excited to get a chance to poke around in game. It'll probably be too populated for me to go out into the world and play the game the way I'd like to, but I want to poke around in town and get a sense for the scale of the place. It was an upgrade. Upgrade by reduction. I guess I could throw some lights over here as well. So yes, the lighting will be, like I said, it's not the greatest in terms of like quality, and because I'm not really, you know, trying to make it look like it's being lit from certain areas right now, because again, it'll break and then everyone will be not having a fun time as everything is just flashing on and off. But it is a little bit brighter at night. Which was the goal. Alright, I think this needs some light adjustments. This is fine. Is there anything inside the temple right now? I know there used to be NPCs in here. There are. I suppose I could give you guys some light. You guys have been living in the dark for the past year. You're excited to explore the city? Awesome. Kind of leave everything dark so I can make a fortune selling light spells as a cleric. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let's see what my phone's blowing up about. Okay. Nothing that is time sensitive. Okay. We were going to just drop a couple. Whoops, not that. Lights. Down this. Let's tighten that one up a little bit. And then soften that one a pinch. May be doing too much over here, but we'll see. Wanted to way too far on the Z-axis. There we go. Should be better. Just remember this one. Felt like it needed a light over here, so move this one further. And I want to highlight the corners of these a little bit. Just reduce the overlap. There we go. Clearly, I did not design this one with a sign in mind. And let's go to Google so I make sure I'm spelling this correctly. Oops. Again, these are just temporary signs so that, like, stuff is noticeable. That's a terribly placed sign, though. I really do not like it there. Apparently I did not duplicate that there. need more light, for sure. Save and check. So those areas I added, I definitely added some more into smaller spots, so I don't want to move into the garrison one if I just broke these areas. And we will go to zone. Is it getting dry again? That doesn't look great, but whatever. Slash time set. Yeah, I'm gonna move that down a little bit. Doesn't look as funky. Maybe I'll move this over so that this little spot gets a little bit more of a highlight. I could even out the lighting here a little bit. Good news though, I'm not seeing flickering yet, so far so good. This needs to be brightened up. That looks better. Let's soften this one a little bit. Name for that. Sean already named that one. I don't think there's any other spots that could really use a sign. even a temporary sign. For anybody who hasn't seen some of the actual signs, Erkenstaff has been making some of them for us. Whoa! Oh, that's right. It's because we have it all in one prefab to prevent or to allow edits without having to worry about scenes. So I went to fix my camera, and because they're all across the entire world, that's why it shot me way into the mountain back there. But yeah, so we have some signs. I think this one has a spelling error. Yeah, this one needs a fix there. Really need to get some wood. Some lighter woods on materials set up, because that is really dark. Are there any other spots that really need a sign? I don't think so. Here. Or better, and then this being over here. That helps that a little bit better. Need to be careful though, because I'm starting to again throw too many lights around, I think, so. I'm gonna try to at least get some in these courtyards if I can. It as not that I was super crazy with lights in here, but definitely just cut down on the total number. for now in the middle. So it kind of gives both rooms sunlight. There's bathhouse. And in the little shrine over here, I think Sean was putting some quest stuff going on in here, so probably best to have some light. Library's already been lit. And we'll try to get one in the barracks rooms. I'm not going to throw them in the hall. I had some in the hallways before, but we're just going to put them in the main rooms. Move. There you go. Let's have some light for now. Okay, so that should be not too bad. Alright, let's take a look. Oh my god, my stomach. I'm like... I forgot to eat this morning. My stomach is like, feed me! I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's like... Just like every 5 minutes. It's like grumble. Alright. Good news, no flickering. Here, actually, we can do a comparison. So, this is what it looks like now. Granted, this is on a different machine, so I'm gonna have to, when I push this, I'm gonna have to test to make sure it's not just because I'm on a workstation. Which would be sad if that's the case. that was what was going on before. So we no longer have that, but like some of these areas like this looked much better on the interior and stuff. So again, it wasn't perfect, but oops, I totally just covered up chat. Yeah, it looks better. Didn't I put a light in front of there? Weird. We'll leave this like this. I don't... Probably could use a light or two over here, but... we don't have any, like... I know eventually there'll be stuff down here for, like, encounters, but... Like, if you want to kill the sailors, you can kill the sailors. Obviously, you'd be losing faction with the Steel Talons here, but... there isn't a whole lot going on in the garrison docks, so I'm not going to be too worried about overpacking this with lighting right now. Was it really bright? Very bright and very dim. That's not too bad. This room's gonna be darker, but at least there's light. I really need to turn these into let's see if the I need to turn those into prefabs. Wow, that is really bright in here. Jesus. I need to take some of the lights out of here. Like hurt my eyes. Alright, cool. Again, it's not perfect, but it is lit. You can get around the city and you can see. And there's more light in the city. Granted, these areas up here don't have light yet, but... I suppose we can try to throw like an area light up there for now, but... It's definitely not the final solution for that. It's the work in progress solution for it. Area lights. Yep. Yeah. Way larger than it needs to be. Ah, that was not what I want. Okay, good. Hey, Messenger. Thank you for 6 months. Appreciate it. How have you been? Done hiking for the day. Kids packed up. Groceries done and bought. Let's go. Sounds awesome. Oh man, I'm looking forward to the weather's finally supposed to be like spring-like again. Which is weird. Here at least, our February felt more like spring than March did. But it looks like we're finally supposed to be getting like 50, 60 degrees, so I'm looking forward to getting some hiking in myself. What did I just do? I just moved something in the other window. I don't know. I'll have to fix it later. Get to put them down. Okay. Let's take one more look. Probably get going off the stream in a little bit, which I wanted to go to 3, but my stomach will not stop growling. And I'm also kind of towards the end of what I was hoping to get done during this session, so I may do that. I'm gonna try to do a Friday night stream as well, since I was just like completely drained after work. I mean, I was completely drained during work. I actually was still working when I put out the message that I was just going to cancel it. I was like, there's no way I'm doing a stream tonight. But because of that, I will be doing a probably Friday night at like 8 p.m. stream. Because I don't have anything going on, right? Yes, I don't. Thanks for the stream. Hope you get something good to eat. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna eat. Probably just make a sandwich or something. I just need something in my stomach. Such time sit 8 p.m. Got a little bit of light. I should just go and steal the lighting that I had from whatchamacallit, but that's weird. There's no lighting here. Uh-oh, server. I didn't do it. Oh, the lights are too low. The lights are too low, and these are also, the materials themselves are really dark. So it's absorbing the light. Okay. Because this is all facade work right now, I'm not going to care too much about that. But I should probably land, because I have been known to turn off and log out of the of the game in the air flying, and flying does not stay. Granted, you have to be a GM to be flying, but the GM fly mode does not persist through logging out. So it's a great way to kill yourself as a GM. Niagara Falls. Yeah, this is what is underneath the city. So there's some splines down here that control it, so that oh man, I forgot this was down here. That is no longer needed. Go away. So yeah, so like some of these kind of more dungeony areas aren't submerged, and then this one has a thing going on here. What is this? Oh, that is the spline. I must have had my gizmos off before. But yeah, this pulls the water up. Okay, so what was I gonna do? Oh, yeah, I was gonna do this. Let's. Why is that not duplicating? It's my control, like, button dead or something? Why? No, it is duplicating. What is going on? You know, if I should go just down here. That was totally me like looking for the square to stay, but it's no, it's supposed to do that. located. Again, you can't get up here right now, so it's not going to matter. It's just going to look nicer. Ooh, I should have moved those other ones before I saved. Oh well. Yeah, this should be fine. I guess it's just an intensity thing. Blow the intensity up on these just because these are dark. And it's absorbing the light. Okay, so that'll be the last adjustments I make up there. And take one last look. And like I said, I'm going to dip out a little before 3, I think, because I really, really need something in my stomach. That's alright. The other facade looks better, but again, I'm not too worried about it right now. I suppose I could increase the intensity on those to push it a little bit more. But for now, that'll work. Hold it a second. Did my train drop? Did I always have a hole there? Weird. Not sure. I guess the train did drop right here. Is that... Huh. Okay, we'll fix that real quick. It's gonna be one of those streams where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get going, guys. Oh, notice this. Oh, notice this. We've been lied to, I know. Here I was about to let you guys all leave the stream, and here I am taking up more of your time. Class dismissed. Psych. Okay, I guess that's it. I'm still slightly confused on how that happened, but whatever. Sure, I was doing something with the snapping, and Pro Builder can be weird at times, so I'm just going to blame it on Pro Builder. Cool. All right, let's save that. Oh, no! These other areas doing it? Whoa, where did that hole come from? Has that been there this entire... No, there's no way that's been there, and I just didn't notice it. There's no interiors to this, the lower section yet, so... We'll just do the quick fix. For now. But I don't understand why this is all of a sudden being weird. Granted, I still need to, like, fix this area anyways, but... It shouldn't have had that hole. Are there any others in this area? This hole's fixed. This whole, like, that whole area needs to get fixed at some point, but okay, I think that does it. Okay, saying there, I thought that shadow was a shadow underneath, but it was a shadow from the side. Okay, I think we're good. Let's file and save. All right, guys, I'm gonna get something to eat because I am starving. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me this afternoon. If you are new to the project, we are making an indie MMORPG titled Monsters and Memories. It's a very classic first-generation MMO inspired. So think your EverQuests, your Ultima Onlines, Asheron's Call, like that era. So late 90s, early 2000s. That is the link to our website. Feel free to check us out. If you have any questions, feel free to hop into our Discord. Also, I recommend joining the Discord and the mailing list so you can keep up to date. We have a game test, like I mentioned before, coming out on the 20... Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on the top of my head? 28th? 24th? What? Hold on. I'm going to stop saying words so I'm not giving you guys wrong dates. 28th and the 29th. They're going to be 4-hour sessions with the possibility of them running longer if conditions allow. So it's really a big stress test. We're trying to get anybody in. You'll want to join those just to kind of, keep up with announcements and stuff along those lines. But we're looking forward to opening up the gates a little bit so you guys can explore, test out the game, and help us break stuff. So, yeah. Make sure to join those. These are the other members of the team that stream. So make sure to follow them if you haven't already. This is our YouTube channel. All the VODs that we have will go up on YouTube. Actually, I think I have to put up last week's as well. But if you want to get caught up on past VODs and kind of see progression and development from the beginning to now, great place to do that. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe, comment below, click the bell, all that fun stuff. It helps us out with the algorithm. The more engagement we get, the more likely the algorithm is to push our content out to other classic MMO fans. So the more the word gets out about the game and stuff like that. So really appreciate it. If you are on YouTube and you want to join in my live chats, there should be a link to my Twitch channel down below, Paytus the Ranger. Follow the link and then click the little heart for follow on the channel. You'll get a notification whenever I go live. You can also opt in on Discord to streaming notifications, and then when anybody on the team goes live, you'll get a notification there as well. My normal streaming times are Monday at 1 p.m. Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like I said, I will try to do a 8 p.m. stream this Friday. So look for that to make up for the stream I missed on Monday. Other than that, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you especially to all of my subscribers. You guys rock. Your support's always appreciated. It's really, you guys are always super generous, so thank you very much. Other than that, guys, that is it for me. I am gonna go probably make a sandwich. I will catch you guys Friday. Later.